dummy.
You tuning in to the Dummies Podcast. I'm Stock.
I'm Joe.
I'm Todd. I'm Hootie, nigga.
And we back like we never left, because like we say every week, we never leave. This is special episode number 12. I don't know, if there's any magic to say about 12. You know how they, numbers
Lucky
be magic.
number.
I don't know, but
Lucky number 12.
this is, the completion number. You know how they be.
Yeah.
But for
Dirty Dozen.
yeah,
We got
the Dirty Dozen, and we here with our man,
The
Dirty Dan, the dirty guy, Mr. Bustback, Mr. Mobile, man, Mr. Goddamn everything that make it happen around Alabama, for real. Yeah, give him a round of applause, man. Turn them up.
The Gulf Coast ambassador.
So, yeah, man. Dan, man, I've been knowing Dan for a long time, since I was a kid, for real, before he probably even knew that I knew him. Right. You know what I'm saying? But it's an honor, for you to be in the building with us. For a lot of people who don't know, it's time for us to express. Y'all seen a lot of guests running in and through here, and we definitely appreciate each and every person that stopped by here, but this is the man that helps that happen. We built a platform, and when you build a platform, you hope that people are inspired by your platform and want to come and share their talents and their gifts with your platform. Right. And Dan saw that. He hit me up and said, "Hey, man, this is what I want to do. This is what I'm thinking." And I appreciate him for doing it. And he, ran people through here. And now it's our time to sit down with him and pick his brain, pick his mind, see his direction. And man, we here with a special guest, man. And special episodes, I always mean a special guest, man. How you feeling, man?
Hey, man, I just want to say it's an honor to work with you guys, because at the end of the day, in Alabama, we need platforms like the Dummies Podcast, because all these people are looking for outlets to get exposure, to expose what they got going on. So, man, it's an honor to be just to be a affiliate. Right. You know what I'm saying? Be down with the team, because at the end of the day, like, people are coming through these markets, man. They want to see the right people. And that's why, that's why I'm a dot connector. Yeah.
And we appreciate that. Yeah. Man, but I gave him an introduction, and I'm finna put him on the spot. But he probably gonna do his introduction better than me. So get your introduction, man. Let me hear that shit.
Hey, man. Hey, man, I am DJ Dirty Dan, man, the Gulf Coast ambassador, Mobile, Alabama zone, and just, a dot connector for the state, man. Shouts out to Coalition DJs, Alabama Hip Hop Radio, just the Bustback, new Bustback. Just everybody, man, because, at the end of the day, I'm just a part of this movement, but I take my job very serious, being a dot connector and being the ambassador, because somebody got to stand up for the cause, And I've been in hip-hop all these years, and we didn't have any OGs when we started. But now we got a big movement, we got all these superstars coming out of Alabama, and I just want them to let them know they got some OGs out here working hard for them and working on the side as well. You know what I'm saying?
What makes you want to be the one to do that? Why you say we ain't had no OGs? So what? I think it's brilliant that you would do that. Yeah. But what put you in those shoes to be like, I'm gonna be this guy to kind of lead that way?
I think the opportunities came, man, just through work. You know what I'm saying? Like when I was starting out as an artist, me doing music, realizing we didn't have anywhere to go, and then when I got the chance to start working at the radio station 93 BLX at the time. I fell into a position where I was the guy behind the scenes, and everything was coming through there, and they was shooting it down, and I was fighting for it. So that sense of ownership started right there. You know what I'm saying? As far as like, hey man, I got to stand up for something. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm a part of it. I'm a part of the culture as an artist, for one. Yeah. But then the other thing is being able to be in that room when they saying like, we're not gonna play any more local artist music, and I'm like why? Why? Yeah. Right. Like that's important. Like I gotta see these folks. These folks ask me every day, Dan, can I get a song on the radio, man? How can I do this? And I can't just tell them no every time. So
you ever got any answers for those type of questions? Because they don't like to answer those questions, because I'm in charge. What I say goes. What's their why?
I just kept fighting until we got it.
Now
just do it.
But for those that don't know, 93 BLX was, when we was growing up, the only station
in Mobile,
the hip hop station. Yeah. How did that start?
For me, we had been doing the Bustback thing for a minute. We started Bustback in '99, but it slowed down a little bit. So I actually went and interned at BLX. Okay. I interned that first year, man. That's by the time the second year hit, I was on the morning show with Ray Ray.
Okay.
And Ray came to me one day because he saw me just grinding hard, because I was just active. I was a discreet guy. We was hosting a lot of parties still and doing a lot of things. He was just like, hey man, meet me at the radio station, 5 a.m. I made it up there. We did the whole show that first morning, and he just like, hey, Kalinski, it's like this. I want you on the team if you can make it here every morning.
Stop. Who you named after?
Huh?
Who you named after?
Nobody.
Where did the name come from? Kalinsky.
The story is my auntie was in the Air Force in Germany. It's Polish, you know what I'm saying? And she called back. So my mom said my name would have been Demetrius.
Okay.
She said,
He went from Demetrius to Kalinsky. To a Kalinsky.
yeah, so she said name of Kalinsky, and then that's how my name came about. But you know, it's funny because even now, me being the dirty, distinguished Alabama Negro, my name is very distinguished, Kalinsky Adams.
Adams.
You see how that boy put that thing on there? I want to piggyback or jump back just a second about your days at BLX and him. You know, I didn't know the behind the scenes story about them not wanting to play local music, but we know every time I get a chance, I say, I used to rap.
Right.
You know, I love to tell it. They like to fuck with me about it.
899 times you can say.
Yeah, you know, chickens, you know all that. But I will say, in my rap days, he was very instrumental. Dan was very instrumental on getting our music to that platform. We was playing on BLX. You know, look up our song playing on BLX, and it's like, you know, Jack came, man, damn, man, he like it. He said he fuck with it. He gonna put it on. Then, you know, people call him, man, I hear your song on the radio. So being young and always wanting to be on the radio, and then you hear your shit and knowing now this is the man who was behind it. I mean, I've known for a lot of years.
The man who fought for it.
Yeah, and now I hear him say that they didn't want to play local music.
Right.
So now that means that much more to know that it's people who really be fighting for you behind the scenes as long as you do the right thing and have the right kind of music.
But also with that said, I want to make sure I be clear about it. Like it's eras of it too. You know what I'm saying? Because you can remember the days of Greg Street. Yeah. And they played locals, you know what I'm saying? But then when the program director changed or something like that, it's always a new era. When Ray got there, he played certain local artists. But then when this new movement started, you know what I'm saying, and new generation of artists started, you know, it was my time, you know what I'm saying? Right. Everybody always just did their part. But it's just a couple of things that I made sure that I stood on every time it came down because we had those conversations in the back rooms, you know what I'm saying? And then when opportunities came in, like shows or different things like that, I had the scoop so I can kind of direct the artist, say, hey, man, go sign up now. Call this number. Just connecting them and stuff like that.
That's still happening? They're still banning basically local artists?
Well, you know, everybody looking for full rotation. You can't get there. You got to go to a special segment. If you don't make it to that mix show, you know what I'm saying, and particularly in BLX, you got Nick and Knight. And Nick and Knight is going to play what he like, and he's a great dude about everything he does. And he puts standards on what he do. So if you get on Nick and Knight show, you definitely made it. You see somebody.
Is radio still as important for music, though?
Oh, yeah. We was talking about that the other day. Like, people talk about all this streaming and stuff, but, you know, radio is never going anywhere. Because it's free.
Right.
And the other thing is everybody gonna have a car, everybody gonna have an office job or something like that. It's always gonna be a little tune on the air. But at the end of the day, terrestrial radio is never going anywhere, and it still counts. That's why all these guys on Billboard, like Young Blue, for instance, him going #1 right now. If he didn't have any real radio, it probably wouldn't be going on.
And I was telling them, and you'll know, Blue was rapping when we was rapping.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? So now to see the success that man having now, which he deserves, is like crazy because
it's been 15
this shit
years in the making.
10, 12 years in the making. And now you finally seeing him on Chris Brown and with Drake. And
that's dedication.
That's crazy.
I tell everybody about Blue, he never stopped. You know, Blue had a big record called Go Ahead in those days, you know what I'm saying, of his beginning. And that record was a regional hit. He was #1 in independent charts with that record. And then stuff kind of slowed down for him, but he never stopped as an artist. He never stopped creating. So when he got to this certain point, he created this record called Mason Margiela. And he did this record, and it would start going crazy. And it went up from there. He went to Boosie, connected with Boosie and TQ and them, and then now he's out of here. You know what I'm saying?
Go ahead.
With the whole getting your song on the radio thing, it used to be you have to pay a certain DJ. Kick him a little
payola, baby.
You know what I'm saying? He giving you, you know, your airtime or whatever. Did streaming kill that?
People still get played on the radio. But you know something. But it's a couple different things that you got to look at. Like when you hear those big records on the radio, somebody paid for that record to be there. But it's a certain way they did. They had to go through a whole system. But then what you're talking about from DJ to DJ, that's the word, the payola word comes in, and that's against the law. People aren't supposed to do that. But it's different levels and so many different platforms now. So you can look at it in a different way. It's marketing fees, it's administration fees, it's different things like that. But yeah, people are still getting played on the radio, so it's still happening for sure.
You ever tell a rapper to stop rapping? Like using young, like for real, like using Young Blue for instance. He went all of those years and finally started to really pop off the last 3-4 years. But those other 10 wasn't as successful.
I never told anybody to stop. People told me to stop, and I never told anyone to stop. I didn't care how trash the people considered them to be. I always try to help them. I try to give them some encouragement because at the end of the day, you don't really know what people's strong points are until they find themselves. Right. You're still finding yourself early in your artistry for you to be already, hey man, shut down.
What if you find somebody who done found themselves and that just ain't it?
Well, it's a job. There's a lot of jobs in the entertainment business. Mm-hmm. So, you know what I'm saying? You can find your way in it, but, I just never told nobody to stop.
Talking about a grind and coming from different places, if I'm not mistaken, didn't you start at a gospel radio station?
Yeah, that's where I started at.
But did you have to read the Bible?
Hip hop gospel praise party.
So that was a Fat Hope station, wasn't it?
Nah, it's got Spanish for it.
Spanish for it.
Right
I knew it was something over the water. Okay,
right there on the causeway. What happened was I was still we was bust back heavy, gang banging and all types of stuff.
Bust back records, man. But I'm at the gospel station.
Well, you really gospel.
You gotta work your angles.
What happened was my cousin, she was the receptionist there. And they needed some help, and she was like, "Man, we need you. You want to come work at the radio station?" I had never done radio. This is where I started in radio. It was 01, and I was like, "Yeah, I come do it." And the guy told me, "All you gotta do is play these records and just say this little spiel." And I was introducing all these different gospel artists, and I did for like a year.
Hell, you're Jackson.
But I thought,
Now the sounds brought to you by Kurt Franklin Stomp.
Hey,
Mississippi Mass Choir coming next.
Listen, but I call it the hip hop gospel because it's a lot of gospel hip hop too. Right. So I was playing all these different guys and stuff like that. I used to be in there just rocking it, but then it got to a point I was like, man, I can't do this, man. I gotta.
You that cursing and shit?
No, because I was leaving. When I left there, I still had to go to the studio and hang with the thugs.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So it was like, hey.
But that's good because sometimes you gotta just start and find your way. You know, sometimes like even just with getting things together, sometimes you just gotta start, right. and then you'll start. You never know where you'll finish or where you'll get to just by starting. So,
as a Mobile staple, I would say, did you ever think that, man, let me go somewhere else? Because we've seen other DJs, try to do that. What made you like, no, I want to do it from here and bring my own up?
Yeah, I got two ways I can say that. The one thing I want to say was, I didn't know if I loved radio enough to do it anywhere else.
Okay.
Because, I'm from Mobile and how I got the job, I wasn't supposed to be on radio. I couldn't talk. First of all, I talk fast and I stuttered a lot. But you know what I'm saying? But it's about me being, that's the one point I'm saying right now about me already getting there. It was like, I wanted to do promotions. I wanted that to be a part of the intern and street team. And that led me to the radio. I think I kicked off the radio and everything before I got hired on. But what I wanted to say was my first mind was when I was in Hawaii, I wanted to come home and do it from the house. I saw Cash Money.
Stunting on us like in Hawaii.
Yeah, I was in Hawaii. I was in Army.
When I was in Hawaii.
I wanted to do it from the house. So my whole thing was like, go back to Mobile and do this thing. Radio not in mind. It was just want to do music, new music. You know what I'm saying? Want to be a hip hop rapper from Mobile, Alabama. But then I look at it now and I say, man, to have my own day in the city, have the key to the city, got my own week in the state, got my own music festival, 20 years on the radio, 7 albums, 16 videos. I'm truly doing it from the house. And I own everything.
And I wanted to ask you about that. What does it mean to you? Like, how does it feel like as a kid from Mobile to have, your own day and Mobile acknowledge you as a day? Like, this is your day. They put your government name on that day.
Yeah.
How that feel?
The Polish name.
Man, yeah, for sure.
Mr. Adams.
Yeah, Mr. Kalinsky.
The kid from what? Don't let me get it wrong. Baltimore. You from
1010.
Baltimore.
B-Mode.
Right.
Project.
Kid from Baltimore, from that side. Everybody, if you ain't from Mobile,
don't go to Baltimore.
Don't go there.
If you ain't know nobody, you shouldn't be there.
And even if you know somebody, it's a little risky.
Right.
You got to be with the right people, okay?
It can happen. Anything can happen at any given moment.
Right.
Yeah.
But as coming from that, and then to have Mobile acknowledge you as your day. Now you said not even Mobile, now the state.
Yeah.
Acknowledging your week, something that you crafted, created in your mind, and to see that acknowledgement. How did that feel?
It feels great, man, because I got acknowledged for the stuff that I was pursuing and trying to do. So on this proclamation that I got, it says for helping people, for pursuing music and helping people with publishing and working at the radio station and being an artist, and for bus back records and for entertainment, for opportunities for entertainers. So it talked about everything that I had going on within it, you know, and those are the things that I just work hard for. You know what I'm saying? I didn't even know what I was doing.
Right.
All I was doing it, and I knew not to stop.
Yeah. Yeah. And sometimes with a vision, that's all you need.
Yeah.
If you got the vision, and that's what I'm saying, sometimes you just gotta start. And that other shit gonna connect. You gonna, whether it's people, whether it's other talent, people that you need to go along with your vision is gonna come by you just starting off your vision.
Yeah, for sure.
Music in the military and gospel rap, it's a lot of shit.
Yeah.
Which was first?
So what was first? I graduated from Williamson High School. Make sure we put that out there. You know what I'm saying?
Graduated from William?
Yeah,
Hang
class
on,
of
hang on.
96.
So y'all moved.
Who moved?
Are you staying in Baltimore?
Yeah,
going to Wilson?
I was staying in RV.
Okay.
Yeah, I was staying in RV. So Baltimore RV, all the same area. So that was where I was staying. But when I graduated, I went to the Army. I was a 11 Bravo infantryman. So I got stationed in Hawaii. When I got to Hawaii, well, the whole reason I went to the Army was thinking like, I want to be a rapper. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna go to the Army to figure out how I'm gonna do this. Okay. This is what I said to myself.
He thought he was mystical.
Nah, that's smart.
I was like, how I'm gonna do this?
He already thinking. He's showing his process. Because money, rapping costs money.
Yeah. Right. So I get there. I start going to seminars. The first seminar I went to in 1998 was called the World Seminar, and it was at a big studio. And that was I got my first tool. I still got the book for that. You know, that first talk about publishing copyrights, how to write songs, and all this type of stuff.
Where was this?
It was in Schofield. Well, it was in Hawaii, Waikiki.
Okay.
Yeah, Waikiki, Hawaii.
How long were you there?
I was there. Well, almost 4 years.
Did you surf?
No. I know a few girls that surfed.
Okay.
Have you been back since?
No, I need to go back. I was just telling my friend the other day. I said, man, where you want to go, man? What? I said, man, I probably need to go back to Hawaii.
Before you came in, we just was saying, me and him been to Hawaii. He talking about Hawaii. We was like, man, I love Hawaai. Yeah. It's just different.
It shit just falls.
Yeah. We went to Waikiki.
Yeah. I'm gonna tell you, man. I was telling who I was talking to. I was talking to at the music conference last week at the city council or something. But I was telling them like, Mobile black and white. So to go from Mobile as a young kid, at 17 years old, 18 years old, to go to Hawaii and see all these nationalities, all these different people.
Pacific Islander.
You know, it's just so many nationalities there. Everybody coming through there. It's really a culture shock. You know what I'm saying? Mobile, Alabama is black and white. I don't care if you're a Chinese person, you white. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. In Mobile.
Right.
And that was that mindset. So to go there, I think that set me up to be in the position I'm in today because of that experience.
Yeah.
But I want to know, you know what I'm saying, can you bring back Team Jam for the teams? That was my shit.
Yeah. But you know, back in the day, you know, we had a lot of dance music. These days, got a lot of gun music.
Yeah. It so we bring that. Never mind.
They gonna shoot that bitch up.
Yeah,
but them niggas be dancing, goddamn, with the pistol. Right. I'm like, God damn.
With some skinny jeans on.
I don't be understanding.
Skinny jeans, big shoes, and a gun.
But it need to be brought back. And the only thing about it is, you know, when the world kind of opened back up, you'll be able to do it the way you want to do it because, you know, you always going to need police officers at those teams. We need the police officers. Right. We didn't even understand, like, why the police here? But now, as an adult, you understand. I know why they need police.
I don't want to sound like the old man, but the worst we was going to do was fight. These kids ain't
they definitely shooting these days.
Yeah.
They going to email you, I'm going to shoot you.
Right.
They gonna tell the internet.
They say email.
Them niggas get on the internet.
And say email.
I'm finna shoot this nigga at the Teen Jam and go do it. It's like,
Dummy.
yeah.
That nigga really did it.
And he did it.
So the Dirty Guy Week's going on now, July 12th through the 18th. What
Alabama Hip Hop Week.
What does all of that consist of?
Yeah. Well, it just consists of promoting the culture, man, and making the platform visible to the kind of like the outside world for me. Outside of Alabama, they need to know that we have our own market and our own culture. When I first started Dirty Guy Week, that turned to Alabama Hip Hop Week. You know, it was about Dirty Dan, the dirty guy. Okay, it's his own week because I followed guys like Dip and Willow from Pensacola. They had their own weeks and stuff like that. And so when I started it, it was just like a community outreach week. We put backpacks at the park. You know what I'm saying? We needed bowling at the bowling alley. We had the skating ring. We just doing fun stuff and culture stuff. But the most important part of it was connecting the artist to community by doing the community outreach. So having guest speakers and different things like that. We did community cleanup. Everybody who probably came through that scene at this point, beside a few guys, they didn't participate in some form of fashion. From Blue to Last Mr. Big to C to No Cap to all these guys has been a part of Alabama Hip Hop Week.
What's some of your memories about Mr. Big?
Man, Big was my bro. You know, me and Big, okay. I got something I want to say. I'm one of the first people to shut Mr. Big down from performing. So it was one of my first shows, man. It was the Hip Hop Summer Jam. It was 2000. Big say, hey, I'm gonna do the show. I get this promotion going. So Big must thought I was just doing a little small little party. He went in here, radio commercials and flyers everywhere. He was like, hold on. Hey, Dan, I gotta get paid. I was like, man, you already committed to me, like, da-da-da-da-da-da-da. He was like, I said, okay. So he was like, man, just take me off the flyer. But the commercials already running, so I changed his name out the flyer, put your lover name in his place. But the day of the show, he comes to the show like, what's up? He won't hit the stage. I hit that nigga like, no, you're not gonna perform. You're never gonna perform again.
And was that all behind the not getting paid part, or what was the reason?
I think he was on his way. He was a mega star that early. But what it was, I think it's just the fact that he didn't realize that I was gonna put that much effort into the promotion of it to make it big like it was. Right. But I want to say something about Big. Big was a great dude, man. He was one of my best friends in the industry. I'm in the Trial Time video. That video right that you're playing right now, I'm in that video with him because he invited me, DJ Rodski, and DJ 6ix9ine out to be a part of it. We shot that in Lawrenceville, Georgia in 2000. Big career. I've been a part of it, and I've been his roadie. I've been his hype man. I've been his manager. I've been everything to Big throughout his career where he did it. But one of the most, another thing I can spotlight, the day he got shot in the head twice. You know what I'm saying? We was working at the radio station. It was a morning show. We was doing the morning show with Ray. And then Zan and man called the station like, hey man, what's Big first name? A real name. And he said, Maurice Pierce. He said, man, Big just got shot in the head twice. That night before, I was with Big. Dang. We supposed to went out. But I had to be at the station at 5 in the morning, so I had to leave. Right. So we hung out a little bit. He went to those spots, and we supposed to been leaking them the next day. So I couldn't believe it. I'm blowed sitting in the studio like, I called his phone. I just, hey man, I love you, bro. I just heard something because I couldn't believe it. And then 2 weeks passed. I say 2 weeks. I say 7 days, but it was more like 2 weeks passed. I just got a phone call out the blue. It was his number. I answered. He was just like, come see me, baby. Man, listen. I tell people all the time, they wanted the same, but it was two different people. It was the last Mr. Big, and then there was Diamond Eye. Yeah. When he came back and became Diamond Eye, he took it to a whole nother level. Our relationship was really getting tight because we was big openers and everything in the early 2000s. But over the years, he used to always just do little things, and we just a part of me, the DJ Crook, to just the whole team. Everybody from Big put everybody to work.
Yeah. So, Mobile Music Fest. Yeah. I know that's separate from Alabama Hip Hop Week, but y'all just wrapped up Mobile Music Fest. I think you did it the 9th through the 11th, right? How was I saw a lot of the pictures, and to be honest, man, just sitting back and seeing it, I know we just coming off a COVID year, and just seeing all of those people from all different walks of life, downtown Mobile, enjoying themselves, no incidents, just a good grand time celebrating music, something you put together. Tell us about it.
Man, listen, when I started MOB Music Fest, it was about trying to elevate Alabama Hip Hop Week to a degree. But I had to separate it because I had two different callings. Like on the MOB Music Fest, it's all about all genres of music. I'm a hip hop guy. I never tapped into the other local scenes of artists, you know what I'm saying? So this was the first time I was gonna be able to put all these artists on one stage. So I started a relationship with the city of Mobile probably about 7 years ago. We became the soundtrack of downtown, just doing hip hop week with Art Walk. Because Art Walk is the thing they do every 2 weeks. I mean, the second week of each month. And so we started there, and then I evolved into the festival. And this is our 4th year. First 2 years was the growing year. We still a startup festival. Last year we were virtual, and we came back this year. But it was all about bringing community together and building the music scene a whole. Let people know we got a platform for artists of all genres. So, this is the 4th year. And I had a 5-year plan. I knew I had to walk into it a certain type of way because if I came out, people wouldn't really understand it and they would respect it. So I really just, this year, pretty say, hey, I'm the founder. I never told anybody I'm the founder to this year.
Right.
And what's crazy is that that thing was in the center of downtown Mobile, right in front of the biggest Catholic church there is in the city. So for it to be right there says a lot. I'm saying about what you're doing in the
like
city
they
and
have a
how much
class
they respect what you're doing and your movement that you're pushing forward.
And for it to be a mixed crowd.
Right.
Like you said, Mobile is very
it's very black and
segregated.
white. Right.
I see black and white out there, motherfucker, too.
Right.
That's the whole thing, man, about bringing people together. Like, it's like changing the mindset, you know what I'm saying, and changing the idea of what this city has been, you know, done and been in the past. You know, a couple of things about Mobile is where the last slave ship landed. Everybody know about the Cotilda.
Right.
Also, you know, that right downtown, the market was right there where the slaves was, so you still can feel the energy. It's still in the air, still in the building. So we got to be the change we want to see. And I just, you know, coming from Baltimore Projects, not knowing everything about, you know, what makes the city move, I just do my part to be a piece of the puzzle.
Is that what the new bus back is?
The new bus back?
The new bus back.
Nah, I just set a new gangster.
Said it so smooth. With the new bus back.
Yeah.
Bus back, he had a label way back. Bus back. Young.
Bus back records.
Yeah, had his own. Just probably hopping out the military.
Yeah, that's why the logo is the two cross rifles, because I was an infantryman. So you know what I'm saying, we was the bus back.
I mean, picked a hell of a job then.
Were you over there busting back?
Busting first too.
Okay.
And Claymores.
Okay.
But you know, you turned this new bus back, and I think it's been what, maybe 2 years since you've been.
No, this is a 1 full year.
It's been 1 full year.
Today.
Working. You have people like you know, we interviewed Neezy for people who may not remember when we had Neezy and we had Solid Black on. How did you find Neezy and Solid Black?
Neezy, I had been watching Neezy and Solid for a while. I didn't know I was going to get to this level with them, but what happened was with Neezy, I was getting ready for MOB Music Fest, the virtual, and my boy B Scott, he was helping with the filming, and he was like, "Man, I'm gonna get Neezy to come through and help me," and she came and helped me. And what I told her when she asked me that, she told me she was doing music, she needs some help, and she was like, "Damn, you'll help me out," and I was just like, "I'm gonna help you. I'm gonna show you some things," and like I told her, I said she was carrying boxes for me, you know, helping me move stuff.
Yeah.
Now, you know, this is me paying her back by supporting her and pushing her and giving her, you know what I'm saying, any type of resources and network that she need, because, you know what I'm saying, she helped me and I'm helping her back. So that's how it all started for me and Neezy.
And that's a great thing, man, because everybody want to be a superstar overnight without the work.
Without the
You know
work.
what I'm saying?
Yeah.
They just
And
want to jump right into it.
I feel like that's kind of some of the internet doing, like, because
Right.
you can put some shit out there and and then blow up.
Right.
But like shit, when you brought my man with QC,
Too official.
Too Official, when Mr. Too Official came, man, you don't want to blow up like that. You don't want to blow up without putting that work in and connecting with the right people before you blow up, because you in shark infested water.
I mean, I look at it, I chalk it up like this, even with where I'm at with it right now. I just took the long way. I had a couple opportunities that I could have went the other way and it did it, but I just wanted to have ownership in what I was doing. You know what I'm saying? It was so important. You know what I'm saying? And then with that said, I'm gonna talk about Black a little bit. Me and Solid Black, he had got brought to me, and it was like, "Hey man, check out Solid." But when I listened to Solid voice, I said, "Man, this boy, he got his own sound, like you know what I'm saying, own style, and how he be flowing and stuff like that." So you know, I got with them separately and brought them together. Matter of fact, my whole movement, nobody knew each other a year ago.
Right.
Everybody know each other now. They like brothers and sisters.
That's dope. So you like, you know, just listening to everything, you know, bringing people together.
Yeah.
Helping people.
Yeah.
Helping the community.
Yeah.
Helping your state as a whole. What's next? You know, we talked briefly about, you know, what you really want to do.
Yeah.
But I want you to touch on it. I don't want to say it. I want you to tell.
I think right now, man, what's really needed is, and this need to be statewide, you know, and really everywhere in the world that has this situation, everybody got it going on. But we need to do an OG call. Like, man, kids are dying every day. Senseless gun violence, people are dying for just being, I mean, just making daily mistakes of living. You know what I'm saying? Thinking they got to be a certain type of way. It's time for the fathers to step up, the mothers to step up, and bring their sons and daughters to the table and have a conversation with them, a real conversation. So I'm putting it out there to every mother and father out there. Like, have a conversation with your son or daughter. Get with your community. Y'all have a powwow. Make sure y'all on the same page. It's okay to have a conversation about what's going on.
How does that go? Some parents state that it's hard to start conversations with their kids. What's some advice you can give them?
They can talk to them about everything else, though.
Right.
They can talk about the latest fashion. They can talk about the music. They can talk about this, that, and the third. But you can't talk about your best friend getting killed, or you know somebody that's selling drugs in your neighborhood that bringing a lot of heat your way. I ain't saying go tell on nobody because it ain't about that. What it's about is addressing the issues with your family so they can understand what's going on. Because people think it's cool. Just because your guy got all the Zaza, you can't just be around him all day. Yeah. And when you get jammed, now you don't know nothing, but then you're gonna know something because you're gonna tell. And when you tell, now you got a whole nother, and it's just a chain, a domino effect. Once you do that, now they want to kill you because you told on him. Now he gonna protect his cousin because his cousin was a part of that, and his little brother and his sister got shot at grandma's house. Like,
and it's just a cycle.
Yeah.
It's a cycle. Going back into that cycle.
So with that said though, as far as the OG call, I just want to employ all the parents out there, all the adults. Hey man, get your son, your nephew, your daughter, your niece, and have a conversation with them. Get them all together and say, hey man, this ain't gonna work. This don't need to go like that. Everybody got the right to live their lifestyle how they want to live it, but there's still rules to this life. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? When you don't live by the rules of life, your life is taken. You know what I'm saying? Or the opportunity is taken.
Yeah. And we talked about that, I feel like recent. I don't know if we talked about it on air or what, but we was just talking about how barbaric shit is now. Right. Yeah. And how like it ain't nothing for somebody to go take a life. And then when you do it, you don't realize the grandmama you affected, the kids and the little cousin that you just took off this earth. And it just seemed like nowadays it's so easy to take a life and not really think about the repercussions of it until it's too late. And then when you in there, you don't really want to be there. Right. You realize like, man, I tripped. I was doing the wrong thing, and you in there and you can't do nothing different.
You can't get out.
Well, you know, I want to say this too about the OG call. Like when people, you know, OG call, what, original gangster? Nah, it's the original gentleman. You know what I'm saying? I am a distinguished Alabama Negro, by the way. The original gentleman. But I just want people to understand, like, what I want to do in Mobile, Alabama is, if anybody out here watching from Mobile right now, I want to tell you this right now. Get with me, DM me, inbox me. I need 50 men to get at me. Hey, man, let's talk about how we can get together to talk to these kids. And we ain't talking about just no random kids. We talking about your kids.
You got 4 in here.
You know what I'm saying? Invite your son, invite your nephew to be a part of this conversation. We're going to find us a facility. We're going to get the city behind us. We're going to get everybody behind us. And we're going to build this thing up. And we're going to do it in seminars or in certain settings that they're comfortable in. Yeah. But we got to have a real conversation, though, because just the last 2 days of me being on the road on Alabama Hip Hop Week tour, 2 kids or 3 kids been killed already. And then when these were looking at pictures, the same store they hang out every day is where he died at. You know what I'm saying? So you gonna look at his pictures, all his pictures. He at the store, he at the store, he at the store. He died at that same spot at the store too. Yesterday.
Damn.
That's crazy.
I mean, stuff like that, man, I don't really know. Cause like, you know, you see sometimes you hear the youngsters, you know, man, shit, I ain't listening to OG, man, fuck that. You know, streets raid, man, they ain't, you know what I'm saying? And sometimes you don't know where to go, how to start. But the theme too today has been just start.
Start.
Right.
Just start.
You know what I'm saying? And everything that I've ever known you for, everything I've seen you do, I know that'll be successful. You know what I'm saying? And anything you need from us, you know, just let us know and we'll.
Like I was saying, I know we're not in Mobile, but you got 5 guys in here who willing to help with that.
3 hours away and some horse chicken. I'm down.
You're right, though. Right.
Hey, that's crazy, because last time when we came to that event, before we came over to the RV, we went straight to, well, after we left, we went straight to Hearts.
Slaughtered about 7 people.
Fuck that chicken up and jumped on the slab.
What year are you in your 5-year plan?
On MOB? This was year 4.
Okay.
So year 5, you know, we're gonna step it up a notch, man. I got a meeting with the city for a debriefing. They need to talk to me. They need to have a real conversation with me, because I was on every billboard, every radio station, and every TV station over the last 3 weeks. Every news station all weekend long, and they looking like. And it was all about positivity and bringing people together. And they understand my role. And you know, at the end of the day, we just gonna do it, man. You know what I'm saying? We ain't have nobody to teach us how to do this. So now that we know what to do, I know right from wrong. It's like, hey, man, we can't go that way. So let me tell somebody else, hey, man, don't do that. It's gonna affect you. It's gonna affect you like this. You still experience it yourself, but I'm gonna tell you, it's gonna affect you.
Exactly how it's gonna go.
So when you come back around, be like what I said.
Yeah.
Hey, you sure were right, Dan. I'm talking about. I know, but You still got to experience it yourself. Even though we could tell them everything in the world, they still got to go through those experiences in order to really understand it and feel it.
But for me, that's hard. Like I can't watch somebody I love to be like, just go through it, especially if I've been through it. I'm like, man.
But you're not.
But
you telling them.
But that's what he's saying. Because like sometimes even when you tell them, like that's what our kids, they still gonna nigga. Think about it. Our parents told us some stuff that we still went out and did, knowing that we weren't supposed to do it, and we did it anyway. And then it was like, God damn it, I knew I wasn't supposed to.
My mama told me that.
My mama told me that.
My mama told me that shit yesterday.
Yeah.
But that's the thing though, Todd. Like at the end of the day, it's the conversation. Just having the conversation, making sure they understand. This is what's gonna happen to you now. You gonna do it? I think I'm gonna try it.
All right.
Then it come back like this.
It's crazy that you say that though, because sometimes it is the lack of conversation. Yeah. Because some people our age, I'm out the way. I ain't finna say nothing to them. I'm out the way. Right. So them little kids, let me not call them little kids. These young men, talk to each other. Right. We know how it was when we talk to each other, man.
Blind leading the blind.
But you don't need to put that rubber on. I don't. I'm straight.
It feel better.
Yeah, it's cool.
It's gonna feel
fucked
good.
up.
That's what.
But we also we talk about that a lot too, though.
But
that's what I do on my shoulder.
But we talk about that a lot too, though. But there are some kids who actually hear it and listen to it too.
And that's where I was going with it, because this week I was talking to a kid, a young man who was 22. He was going through, he about to have his first kid. And I don't know, he just started talking to me about it. And I started talking to him, and he was like, "Oh, you got 2 kids?" I'm like, "Yeah." So I'm telling him about parenting. And it was 2 young black men talking about parenting. And you could tell he was listening. And at the end, he was like, "Man, appreciate you for talking to me."
You mean one?
Because
you mean one black man? I mean, one young
old nigga.
Yeah, he said 2 young kids.
We're going crazy, goddamn.
I was like, who the other? Who the other young kid?
I was waiting for that. I was like, where the second kid came from?
2 kids?
what do old folks say? And I'm still a spring chicken, bro. What the fuck wrong with that?
You talking about one young nigga, his OG was talking.
Right. OG called, nigga.
You drop behind the ears, my nigga.
But honestly, it was just dope. It was just dope to talk to him, and I could see the way he received
that he was soaking it up.
Yeah, the way he received it. So sometimes it's just about the conversation.
Yeah.
Some gonna listen, some won't. So
Yeah,
just give it to them.
That's where I'm at with it though, and I wanna spread this out, because you know what I'm saying. The energy you give out, that's the energy that you get. You know what I'm saying. So I want to tell everybody about what's going on, but you can't see everybody every time. But every time I see them, I tell them.
Yeah,
I don't give a damn who they is. I'm telling y'all right now. Right. I'm gonna see somebody as soon as I walk. I mean, man, check this out, man. You need to talk to your cousin.
Like your little brother.
Yeah, talk to your brother. Tell your brother.
Bring him on over here.
All right, man. Your name is Kalinsky Adams.
Kalinsky.
Where does Dirty Dan come from?
Well, I'm an artist, man. You know what I'm saying? So this is how I started, man. I started in Hawaii. My first rap name was Mobile the Dirty Guy.
Mobile the Dirty.
They called me Mobile because I was from Mobile, Alabama. I got all these people from New York and Illinois and Texas, and so I was, I'm dirty. They call me. So they always call you by your hometown. In the military, so people don't know you by your last name. They never know your first name. They just know your last name. And so that's my first rap name. But one day I told my guys, I was like, "Hey man, my rap name too long, y'all. I'm Mobile the Dirty Guy." But then I said my name is gonna be Dirty Dan. I said, so it's still dirty. But I was like, the Dan is an acronym. It stands for dirty ass nigga.
Okay.
DAN. But as I matured into my career and who I am, I became the distinguished Alabama Negro. So my name's still long as fuck. So it's dirty, the distinguished Alabama Negro, the dirty guy.
Gotcha.
So it's still long.
Dirty Dan to me.
Yeah.
Long ass name.
Man, anything else, man, that you want to leave on our platform, man, with the people that listen to us and let them know about everything that you got going on. We talked about the OG call. We talked about Alabama Hip Hop Week. We talked about.
Oh, so hold on. Speaking of hip hop week.
How about you busting back?
Oh, what you got?
And busting.
Man, I brought gifts, man. You know what I'm saying?
Hey.
I got some cups, man.
My man got the Mardi Gras cup.
Yeah, I got the cups.
sir.
You know what I'm saying?
Man, we love gifts around here.
Gifts. Got yours over here, Todd.
Opportunity for entertainers.
Yeah, that's my nonprofit.
On one side,
that's
so
my nonprofit.
opportunityforentertainers.org at alabamahipHopweek.com. Man, make sure y'all look these up. My man
Appreciate it.
came
Got your
bring
little book
gifts.
bag.
Got a book bag.
With them old folks at the book satchel.
Book satchel.
This y'all little tote bags, you know what I'm saying? This is not a man purse.
Yeah.
Immerse.
I can use this when I don't go to the gym.
Yeah, so use it for something, you know what I'm saying? But I wanted to bring y'all guys something so y'all can have, you know what I'm saying? Because y'all are part of this. Y'all are part of this culture, man. It's so important for y'all to know that. And just coming on y'all platform, so I wanted to make sure I brought y'all guys some for the whole team. I didn't want to leave nobody out. So I brought enough.
Appreciate that, bro.
Hey, I wasn't going to leave you out, little dog. I wasn't going to leave you out. I know we still training you up. We still training you, but I want to leave you out.
That's his marriage gift. This is his wedding gift.
Yeah, my boy
Magic got married.
Man, look, man, we appreciate you, man.
You try to get up out here and let me finish.
Oh, go ahead. My bad. I'm sorry.
Get that nigga, Dan.
I'm sorry. What the fuck you got going on? Watch your fingers. What you got? My bad. I'm sorry.
Nah. What I wanted to say was, man, it's a lot going on right now in the music scene of Alabama. Mm-hmm. I just want people to understand, man, it's about timing. You know what I'm saying? You can't be in another person's position until you work hard to get there. So, man, chase your dream, work hard, but be serious about what you do, man. Don't waste nobody's time, man. Yeah, a lot of people got things going on. You got things going on, but this is real business. You know what I'm saying? It's a difference between the entertainment business and the business of music. I need y'all to understand, like, you got to get your stuff copyrighted, published, you know what I'm saying? You got to make sure that you work radio the right work, service the DJs, you know what I'm saying? And shouts out to the DJs, by the way. Mm-hmm. You got to make sure that you do the business right, because that's the only way you're really going to benefit. At the end of the day, it's about building your craft to be successful. And if you want to be successful, there's only one way to do this, and that's the right way. So I wanted to make sure I say that to all the artists out there.
Mm-hmm. Is that part of OG Call as well? Or that's separate but the same?
I mean, it's all kind of the same because it's different levels. Like, I mean, you're gonna OG and mentor people your whole life, and you're gonna be a student your whole life. And that's one thing I realized. I'm always gonna be a student of the game, but I'm also, you know, as I get older, I'm gonna be teaching people how to be a part of this. Right. Like everybody don't know how to be a part. People listen to music, people dress the part. Mm-hmm. But they don't know how to be a part of this. So that's why I pride myself in teaching people, what the little knowledge I know. I don't know it all. I just know enough to let you know that you're doing that shit wrong.
Gotcha. That ain't gonna work.
Right.
Now, Dan, I do want to say, because the first time we sat down, probably almost 2-3 years ago at least. Yeah, it was.
Shouts out to Mikey
difficulties, but we couldn't put it out. But what you've done for us, what the alleys you done thrown, you ain't have to. You ain't need to, and I just want to thank you for that, for it.
Hey,
right. And that's why I was going.
I wanted to say that at the beginning when we was talking about it. You don't know, but you kind of shaped where the Dummies are going, because we was like, we don't want to interview nobody. We don't really want to talk to rappers, but the way you brought it to us, our last few things has been that.
Yeah, man. That's what it is. I thought it was important for people to see who you guys were.
Thank you.
Like y'all the stars. They the guests, but it's a perfect match. But the ultimate thing is having somebody to connect that dot and make sure that relationship is there. Yeah. Man, we need y'all in this culture. We need the Dummies Podcast to be a platform. I mean, with so much high integrity, where you're like, y'all really do y'all research, y'all really do all the right things. People thinking they leaving one of these other platforms that's on a national getting millions of views. Right. You know what I'm saying? Which I ain't saying y'all getting millions of views because y'all on your way.
Yeah. Right.
But
couple days.
Right now, it's just like for the state, if people come through Birmingham and don't see the Dummies Podcast, they did themselves a disservice.
Check in.
And I want to thank you for letting us know that as well, because we didn't think that. I ain't gonna lie, we didn't think that or was going that way, but we thank you for showing us we can do that. But we can be that.
Y'all got all the tools. Y'all putting all the stuff in position for people to have somewhere to come. You know what I'm saying? Like, y'all just don't know, man. In this day and age of the entertainment business and the day and age of trying to get information out, you need some real facts.
Right.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Y'all speak nothing but facts on the Dummies Podcast. I don't know about the Dummies, but these are smart brothers over here. You a smart brother, and you a smart brother. He's smarter. You're cool. I'm just like,
but
fuck you. You're cool.
But just reiterating what everybody said, man. It's so appreciated. Yeah. Our relationship stretched back, like I said, to music. You know what I'm saying, and to go from.
What you was doing.
But it is kind of crazy though. Man, listen. First of all, let's talk about Stock, the rapper.
We don't have to though.
Look, I did a show in Birmingham. I went crazy. First nigga jumped on the stage, him. So don't let them tell you nothing different.
Out of the crowd.
This is true.
He wasn't even supposed to be up there.
Man,
This
his
is
show,
true.
his show was lacking. So I was like, man, let me help my dog out.
Boost that nigga up.
Jay has sent me a song, a couple of songs, and I played them all. But it's one specific song that I fell in love with. It was for Mother's Day. It's a mother's song. That particular song right there, it said that I just got it right in the nick of time. I guess they know they were like, okay, we're gonna make a Mother's Day song for the radio. But when he said it and he played it, bro, it was just perfect timing. And I made it. I had a good 3-year run, 4-year run with every Mother's Day able to play that song because of that. So, man, just seeing them trying to do their thing in that facet, man, I appreciated it off the rip because I looked at it from my standpoint. I was trying to find myself into this thing at one time. So that's why I put myself in position to help artists like Stock at the time. You know what I'm saying? And you gotta have the relationships though. And the relationship came from his partner making sure he touched everybody that he knew that can get,
Shout out Jack.
Right.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. And that's what it's about. And again, like I said, I always appreciated that because our relationship spanned back to the music. Okay. And to be able to go from music and then create another atmosphere in this podcast world that's still part of music, part of more, everything. Because we can get into anything, doctors, lawyers, teachers, whatever.
One thing we didn't talk about, and I'm going to flip it on you guys. We didn't talk about Alabama Hip Hop Radio. Alabama Hip Hop Radio, I know I mentioned that I transitioned to it from, COVID last year. But now, we got a brand new facility, recording studio, podcast studio in Mobile, the online radio station, alabamahiphopradio.com. But I'm an interviewer, so I want to ask you guys a question. Starting with you, Stock. What inspired you to start the Dummies Podcast?
Man, honestly, we wanted to start it 2 years before we ever did it. But I ain't never know what a podcast was. They was listening to podcasts before me, but I had never heard of one. I just know that we was entertaining to each other. We would argue, we would fight, fuss, and I felt like it was entertaining, and I felt like we could add, and then we added intellect to it too. So I felt like that was
don't look like the type of guy to just say, "Hey man, I'm gonna listen to a podcast today."
Who?
Pretty much.
That's how I started. Well, that's what they say about. I find a new thing to like every other week.
Okay,
That's true.
Whatever I start liking, I fall in love.
He got about 3 more weeks with that
Like
camera.
you never know. I started taking photos about a year ago, maybe. I got serious during the pandemic with it. So.
And then you always like the educated brother from the bank.
He the nigga who gonna put your shit together. You don't need to read that.
So I knew you was a perfect fit. Even when I walked in the Boys and Girls class, I said, he gonna be somebody.
But you know what?
That boy going places.
But you know what? They didn't even want me to be on it because they didn't want to, the shine to be all on me.
Who would you think was the most controversial?
Him.
Okay.
Yeah.
Easy.
See?
Hands down.
I knew that.
But see, I started because I knew I was funny as fuck. And these niggas was kind of funny to me. So I knew put together, shit, we can't lose.
Nah, but Todd, I just want to say, I remember Todd. I always remind Todd this. He was a kid around. He was this little kid with big ears used to walk around all the time.
Some things never change.
We got a picture somewhere.
Why don't I know you from somewhere? And it was just good seeing him. I was like, he grew up. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And the crazy thing about it, we did the same age, but
Right.
I think I was outside, but his grandmother, your grandmother, somebody stayed in RV or something.
I was in Orange Grove.
He was in Orange Grove. It was Orange Grove over there by Fisher's Alley, right?
Yeah.
Yep. So that's what I was one of the neighborhood over there. But I remember I said, look at the kid with the big ears, man.
Know them ears from a block away.
He grew into him now.
But then when I seen him doing the podcast, I hadn't seen him in a while, and I seen him, I was like, damn, bro. You know what I'm saying? He's still at it. You know what I'm saying? He wasn't doing that back then. He's definitely doing something now, though.
Yeah. it is definitely, and that's one of the things I tell people, too, about podcasting. Like, even in starting it, we wouldn't be still here if it wasn't for the right mixture of people.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And not only just us, if it wasn't for Dez. You know what I'm saying? Like,
shouts out to Dez, man.
Like I said, just getting started, then here come Dez. Like, damn, he wasn't part of the original script.
That's God's plan now.
That's what I'm saying. You got to just get started. Yeah. And the pieces that you need
gonna fall.
will come.
You know what God said? God say, God appeared from D.C. You know what them dummies need? They need a young nigga on their team.
Yeah.
Hey, Dez, we're going to employ you. How old you, Dez?
I'm 30.
Okay, yeah, you right on time.
Yeah,
He's right on time.
younger than all us. You know what I'm
right.
saying?
That's what's
But
up.
and he brought a different intangible that we needed. So,
Yeah, that's what's up. That's what's up.
but man,
That young nigga who know how to work computers.
That's important because you know.
and tell us when we wrong with some shit. The only thing he was wrong about, he wanted that droid, and he was like, man, Apple suck. But it took us 3 years, and now he finally telling us that Apple is the best shit.
We gonna give him a MacBook. We gonna get a MacBook one day though.
Yeah, he keep trying to pull a gaming book out.
yeah.
The bitch done broke down by 5 times. We done lost whole episodes.
Whole episodes.
Just like the one we couldn't put out. I mean, you know, if he would have had an Apple, you know, we would have caught that.
He's trying to connect the controller.
Yeah,
Goddamn.
nigga, that shit for Call of Duty, nigga. But we let him do.
Yeah.
But man, again, man, if we don't say it enough or say it a many times, we can't tell you how much we appreciate everything that you're doing, making us a stop. Again, we always gonna be a stop for you. Just give us a call, man. Let us know whatever we can do, whatever you got going on. This is a platform. I tell you, if you in Mobile and you can't get up here and you got some shit you need to say, we record every Sunday. Hit us up, call through the phone. We're gonna put you right on in and let you, say what you need to say.
Speak your piece.
Get it out to the
Hey
people.
man, listen, man, y'all some brothers from Mobile, but the thing about it is when you think about the connection and the dots, like y'all in Birmingham, but y'all from Mobile, so y'all got the whole state already.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Somebody here with the A&M too, right?
No.
Nope, none of us.
Alabama State.
State.
You want state?
I'm from New Orleans too.
Who from New Orleans?
Who went to Pritchard University? Somebody with the Pritchard University?
Yeah, I lived at Pritchard for that. I ducked the university.
What school you went to?
Murphy?
Is it?
Yeah.
You go to Bishop?
Nope. I went to NYSP.
Talking about Bishop State? Talking about the program?
Yeah.
Where they taught you how to swim and eat free lunch and all that?
That's where you learn how to swim at.
That is no. I learned before that. You know what I'm
So
saying?
they taught him how to eat free lunch. goddamn.
How old are you?
37.
Nigga forgot for a little bit.
I be forgetting. I was an NYSP All Star. You know what I'm saying?
I went there too.
So the first year I was there, you probably was there. So yeah. You know what I'm saying? I've been thugging it.
Been thugging it.
He kind of punched me out there. He said the first year I was there, you was there. Yeah, man. But I really appreciate you guys, man. Thanks again. I'm trying to end it like
Do your thing, man.
No,
Do your
go
thing.
ahead. Shit. You honorary.
Make sure you make the noise before you get out of here, too. Yeah. Come on, man.
Hey, I ain't even tell you where the ooh-wah come from.
Where that
Go
come
ahead.
from?
So the ooh-wah come from when we started bus back in the early days. That was our little call because one thing a lot of people don't know. Well, maybe a lot of people do know. We was known for fighting a lot back in the days.
Kind of like the hootie hoo.
Yeah, we was doing shows and fighting, so we was like, ooh-wah! And then we were all
Everybody knew.
Everybody knew. Get out of there.
Yeah.
But then what I did was when I got to the radio station, that became my call in the morning when I be broadcasting or just identify for me. Ooh, wow, your main man Dirty Dance broadcasting live on Azalea Road. Come over here right now. I got these tickets for you. You better come right now. 93 BLX. Ooh, wow. And everybody follow the ooh, wow. You know what I'm saying? So I was
Everybody
talking.
got their call.
Yeah, I was talking to one of my friends, and she said they used to be at school, and that was their thing in the school. They been in the classroom talking about ooh wah, but they was hitting it from the morning show,
Right.
Going to school and stuff like that. So it's cool, man.
That makes sense because that might be what it was a remix of the you. Because like we'll be like you. And when you hear that shit and Kelly like shit. Something going on. Goddamn. All Mobile niggas with you. That makes sense.
Yeah, for sure.
Man, again.
Yeah.
Where they find you?
How to find me?
Yeah.
Y'all can log on to IamDJDirtyDan.com. You know what I'm saying? On Instagram, Op4CEO, DJ Dirty Dan 251. On Facebook, DJ Dirty Dan. Kalinsky Adams. Yeah, the Gulf Coast ambassador, DJ Dirty Dan, the dirty guy. Or you can just Google me. Google me. And if you Google me, my mug shot might pop up, you know what I'm saying? But don't never mind that. No from BMO.
Right.
So see, like I can have a mug shot. You know, some people do like, hey, I'm gonna hide my mug shot. Did you want to clean your record up? Do you want to get this off? I'm like, no, that keep my street cred.
No.
Like, oh, Dirty Dan got locked up. Oh, he got locked up for a gun and some weed. That's it. Okay, he's a real nigga. He's straight.
Google me. Man, we appreciate you, man. And on that note, we'll be back next week like we never left. Cause like we say every week, we never leave. You dig?
At all, you bitch you.
Ooh, ah.
Dummies.